Hey there, good morning or good afternoon where you might be. Just wanted to give you a quick look at my backyard. You've heard about the flooding going on here in Missouri. If you see that water through the tree lines there, that is not supposed to be there. I do live on a riverfront, but it's not supposed to be there. So let's turn around real quick. And hey, it's Gus Wagner with the Rocket Group. How you doing? Happy after Christmas here. We're going to talk about some LinkedIn as we walk back to the office. Um, how you doing there, Jello? Appreciate you joining this presentation. Um, let's talk about some LinkedIn recommendations versus endorsements. Now, I've been on the record many, many times about talking about how the endorsement function on LinkedIn is kind of the low-hanging fruit of LinkedIn. And what I mean by that is, welcome to the office. Obviously, Gus Wagner, again with the Rocket Group. What I mean by calling it the low-hanging fruit, it's the easiest thing to do on LinkedIn is to offer that endorsement. It's kind of like, I saw somebody just jump in there. Thanks for joining. I saw the LinkedIn endorsement is basically like the like of Facebook. It's all that you somebody's prompted to say, "Hey, Gus, you're good at making sandwiches," and you would go and click that, and I would get a +1. It keeps a toll, keeps a tally of the LinkedIn endorsement there. Thought it was kind of easy, thought it was kind of cheesy, thought it was a good way for LinkedIn to get some more interaction going between accounts, but didn't really drive anything. It didn't really provide any value other than feel goods, basically. Same as when somebody likes your Facebook post. So I did some more research on it. And well, let me back up a second. What really drove this home was when people who I had not even met, people who I had not done business with, people I didn't know, had never spoken to even in a virtual situation, were endorsing me for activities for my political activities be that way, my grassroots activities, things that somebody shouldn't be endorsing somebody for if they haven't directly been impacted or been involved with those activities. So to me, it didn't really drive anything but that interaction, that quick little buzz that you get when you click the like button. So to further point along those points, I did some more research on what's going on there with the endorsements, and you know what it is. I was a little bit wrong. I was a little bit wrong when it comes to the LinkedIn endorsements, and I'm not don't have a problem saying such. I was wrong in that the endorsements are controlled by me. What those categories are is controlled by me. They're controlled by you on your personal profile on LinkedIn. You can go in there and add up to 50 different categories that you would like to be recommended for. And what those category recommendations do, to drive the interaction there, is that they also help you to be found. It helps you in search when it comes to LinkedIn. Whether you're being found on LinkedIn searching for social media or political activity or fundraising, what have you, to various things that I am listed for on my LinkedIn recommendations list. And there's a tally there. If you go to my profile, if you go to the blog at rocketgroupllc.com, there's some screenshots there of the listing. So I was wrong, one, that I didn't really put the value into those LinkedIn recommendations as much as I should have. So if you've kind of written them off, maybe you should take another look at it, because the other thing I discovered when I took another look at it was that you can list yourself up to 50, 50 categories there, and those could be 50 different categories or 50 different variations of the same theme. So when I went in there and did some research, and I added about 20 more to build up some more social credentials, social credibility, more traction there on my LinkedIn profile, and that just happened in the last 24 hours, preparing for this blog post here in the 31 days of LinkedIn. So you need to go do the same if you haven't done so yourself. If you'd like to be known for more things or found for more things, adding up to those 50 different search terms, those categories on the recommendations are going to help you to be found. So do that if you haven't done that already. So that's really shown to me that there are more values, that the LinkedIn recommendation is more powerful than what Facebook like I thought it was before. So you need to go out there and use those categories to the best of your abilities. Now, you're still going to get endorsed by people who don't know you. You're still going to get endorsed by people who you've never met, but that's just part of the game. They're generally going to be harmless. They're generally going to have some help to you. They're going to be very helpful when it comes to being searched for. If people are searching for social media people in Jefferson City, Missouri, or the Columbia, Missouri market, I will now have a better chance of coming up there with the additions that I have made myself. So this was part of the learning experience here. I learned something. I'm telling it to you. Now you can learn something as we go through this 31 days of LinkedIn journey together. The second part of this is the recommendation. The recommendation obviously has more weight to it than an endorsement. The recommendation is where I would have to go and proactively, or at your request, go and enter words about something that we worked on together, whether it was a project, whether it was a campaign, whether it was an effort, whether I made a drawing for you. We would exchange, or we have the possibility to exchange recommendations on that experience. So we can provide links, we can bring in other people, we can put links in for the company pages and such on LinkedIn recommendations. So there's more value there. Now the thing is though, is that in my history in dealing with LinkedIn for almost 12 years, I see that the LinkedIn recommendation is something that's very, very underutilized when it comes to people using LinkedIn. People would much rather, here we go with social media again, it's much easier to make that click for an endorsement than it is to actually write out something, to put thought to a recommendation, just like you would when you're giving a recommendation to somebody's resume or somebody's job reference. You're doing the same sort of basic function when it comes to LinkedIn. So I think I've got a couple recommendations over the years. I haven't really sought them out. I've always thought it's kind of cheesy to ask people to give recommendations for you on LinkedIn. Most people don't, I guess. But I don't see a lot of recommendations out there or being published and such on LinkedIn. So bringing this all to a close, and again, if you have questions about LinkedIn, we're coming into the home stretch here of this 31 days of LinkedIn. If you've got questions about things, you've got obstacles you'd like to overcome, send them to me at Rocket Group on the Twitter, here on the Periscope. You can ping me and follow me back to the website. You can go to rocketgroupllc.com, find the blog content for all of these pieces of information when it comes to the LinkedIn and all the other content that we've written about. So let me close this up. Too long didn't read section here. They're both recommendations and endorsements are powerful tools, or can be powerful tools on LinkedIn. It's just a matter of, you've got to put the content out there. You've got to put the request out there, or the option out there for people to do these connections with you. So if you're looking for something to get more search results on LinkedIn, to get more search results for yourself, to get yourself found, bump up your LinkedIn recommendations, your endorsements. Use all 50 of those categories there and go give those endorsements. If you want to get some more professional credibility, get some more street cred when it comes to legitimate operations and interactions you've had with your connections on LinkedIn, go out and request some recommendations, or better yet, be proactive and go write some of your own for people that you know and which you've taken action with. So those are just a couple points when it comes to recommendations versus endorsements on LinkedIn. Be glad to hear anything else that you might have to say. I'm running low on battery charge here. That's the one drawback to a Periscope, is that it does suck some battery charge from you. And anyway, be glad to talk to y'all very soon. We've got a couple more posts coming up as we end this 2015 as we end this December of 2015, and as we end these 31 days of, at least maybe this round, this 31 days of LinkedIn. Keep those comments coming, keep those questions coming. If you found any of this valuable, hit the subscribe on the Periscope, hit the subscribe on the YouTube if you're watching the YouTube video of this, and hit the subscribe and follow and like and everything else across our other social media channels, because we're pumping out dozens of pieces of information on social media, marketing, and modern communications every day across our various social media platforms. And they're all different. We communicate differently across all the various platforms at the same time. So I'm Gus Wagner. I own that rocket group at that red, white, and blue logo there behind me. Be glad to help you out with anything that you might need. And thank you for watching, and listening, and reading about the 31 days of LinkedIn. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.